Drop dead dates. What does it mean? How does it affect you? My name is Mike Benton, and I'm part of the Tina and Mike SellHomes.com team with Hometown Real Estate. Before we talk about drop dead dates, I want to make sure you've downloaded our free phone app. If you go to www.homesnap.com/Tina-Benton, download it. Check it out. You'll never miss another real estate opportunity. And it is unbelievable what you can find out with that phone app. And it is free. You'll never be billed, blah, 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 blah. It is perfect. All right? So check it out when you get a chance. So, drop dead dates. What does it mean? Is anybody dropping dead? Is anybody going to be dead? Is anybody dying? Absolutely not. Well, drop dead dates are really, at the end of the day, it's to keep both parties honest. To make sure they don't draw this thing out for a lifetime. All right? But there's two key parts to a drop dead date that people have to understand. If you're buying or selling, it doesn't matter. Now, your agent should know this. If you don't have an agent because you're going to select us, you definitely know this. Number one, things are calculated based off of calendar days, not business days. Weekends, holidays do affect the drop dead date. So there's 7 days to a week, not 5. That's the first thing. It's very important that you know that. I would rather underestimate the time frame so you have a lot more time left over than overestimate and find out that you missed a date. Number two, if someone, buyer, seller, anybody, misses a drop dead date, the contract is not voided. It becomes voidable. That means somebody, one of the parties, can void this contract. It doesn't automatically do that. Most of the time, both parties want the transaction to go through, and maybe it was a slip of the memory, maybe it was a mistake, but most of the time they'll work through it. All right. Now, there's 5 key areas on your contract. Now, I'm in the state of Maryland, so if you're in Virginia, D.C., Pennsylvania, Idaho, California, whatever, disregard what I'm saying because it might not pertain to you. But there's 5 key areas. Number one, loan application. That is the time that's allowed to someone to make a loan application to get a loan to purchase a home. Quite obvious. Usually that's 3 to 5 days. All right. Number 2 is loan approval. Now, for loan approval is a little bit more tricky. You really don't get an approval until you get close to settlement. Usually you'll see 35 to 40 days for loan approval. But as you move through the process, you'll know as you get closer if there's going to be a loan approval or not, because there should be a great line of communication between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent. Number 3 is inspections. Now, inspections are important because if you put down, like I do, anywhere from 10 to 20 days, in some reason, if you're the buyer side and you miss that drop dead date, the seller doesn't have to let you do the inspections. You missed that date. You missed that window. Now, if you're the seller, most of the time they're going to let it just go ahead and take care of it because they want to make sure there's good blood here. But there is a chance that if you miss that date, you can't do those inspections. Number 4 is appraisal window. Now, appraisal is the date that is ordered, not the date it was completed, because us agents don't have a control over that. You clients don't have a control over it. All we can do is guarantee when we're going to order it. You know, I see anywhere from 10 to 15 days for appraisal order. It could fluctuate. You know, some might do it sooner, some might do it at the 15th. But the point is that you allow a little bit of a window because of sicknesses, illnesses. You can't get a hold of somebody or something of that nature. That's the 4th one. The 5th one is settlement. Right now, for us, when Tina and I write a contract, we write it with a 45-day settlement. Now, there's factors involved. It's a VA loan, if it's an RD loan, and all that stuff. But the point is, we allow 45 days for our typical settlement. Lately, we've been knocking them out 30 to 35 days. So things have been moving pretty smoothly lately. Now, what can you do to make sure that a drop dead date doesn't make you feel like you just dropped dead? Make sure your agents and yourself, the lender, inspector, everybody has a great line of communication. All right? Number 2, put it in writing. It can't be hearsay. It's got to be in writing. All right? You can talk about it, but at the end of the day, if it's not in writing, then it's hearsay. You want facts. All right? Put it in writing. The final thing is make sure you pick an agent that's on top of it. They have a system in place to make sure that you do not miss a drop dead date. It doesn't matter if you're selling a house or you're buying a home. You got to make sure that your agent, and what Tina and I have done is perfected a system where every single day we go through all of our deals and look at drop dead dates. We send out a line of communication every Monday updating everybody on where they stand on dates. We want to make sure that this transaction is a smooth one. So listen, I hope that makes sense of how a drop dead date works, how it's affected in your contract, if you're selling, if you're buying. If you have any further questions, you can give us a call. All of our information is below. You can shoot us an email. And I hope I clarified and cleaned up exactly what it means to have a drop dead date. So thank you so much and have an awesome evening. Bye-bye.